All right, welcome to class. This is POLS 3273, Intergovernmental Relations. While the title may not inspire excitement, in my opinion, this is one of the most important courses in the public affairs core curriculum. IGR, as it's known, is important because you're going to learn how different levels of American government, federal, state, and local, interact with one another or fail to interact with one another. In that sense, it's a course about federalism and how the meaning of federalism has evolved from ratification to the present and whatever the current government is attempting to achieve at this particular point in time. Federalism fundamentally affects how political parties and interest groups organize themselves, the rules governing elections, and ultimately how well the government functions. Federalism has profoundly influenced race relations. How businesses are organized, how to tax citizens, what kinds of drugs to allow and which to prohibit. Federalism has profoundly influenced the provision of health care, the minimum wage, our government's response to climate change. Federalism is a political battleground, and politicians use federalism both to advance their policy goals and to defeat their rivals' policy goals. Having taken this course, I hope you'll have a deeper appreciation for how American government functions and the source of its dysfunction, and giving you a more realistic understanding of how our federal system works and what we really realistically can expect government to achieve. Here's what we want you to learn over the course of the semester. Students should be able to describe the basic structure of a federal system of government. 2, comprehend the roles, responsibilities, and the relationships of key types of political and governmental actors and how they relate to each other both within and beyond their jurisdictional boundaries. 3, evaluate the effectiveness or ineffectiveness of policy responses, in particular in policies that require a considerable degree of coordination between federal, state, and local officials. And then 4, analyze proposals for improving both the relationships among governmental actors and for ensuring more effective and efficient policies. There are 2 texts required for the course, David Bryan Robertson, Federalism and the Making of America, and Carl Stenberg and David Hamilton's Intergovernmental Relations in Transition. The Robertson text is basically a history of federalism and is the one that we'll be addressing at the start of the semester. It's also the one we'll cover in the closest detail. The Stenberg-Hamilton text is an edited volume that addresses more contemporaneous issues related to intergovernmental relations. I really like both of them. I hope you get a lot out of them. Fair warning, the reading load towards the end of the semester is pretty heavy, so I would encourage you to begin reading the Stenberg-Hamilton text ahead of time. Students earn their grades by performance in 4 specific categories. Forums, which are worth 240 points, quizzes worth 240 points, 3-unit examinations worth 300 total points, and short writing assignments worth 220 points. Those assignments total up 1,000 points, which makes it easy to understand how assignments are valued and how to gauge your performance over the course of the semester. 2 categories of assignments, the forums and the quizzes, are weekly in nature, meaning you have to perform well on those assignments on a week-to-week basis in order to have a reasonable expectation of an A for the course. Those 2 groups of assignments are worth 48% of your 1,000 points. And that means you have to keep your performance up consistently over the course of the semester in order to excel. Regarding the forums, I will have more detailed instructions on the week 1 forum. So you're encouraged to watch that video and to get in the habit of posting on the forums fairly frequently. The quizzes should be fairly easy if you have read the material and worked through the study guides for the reading located on the course resources link. The examinations will be scheduled at regular interval and cover a set amount of material and are broken into sections that will include objective questions, which are typically multiple choice and true/false, along with concept identification, which is worth 30 points, and short answer, which is worth 40 points. There are also 3 short writing assignments, each worth 70 to 75 points, where students will analyze a topic related to intergovernmental relations. Students can earn up to 100 points of extra credit. So if you're worried that you're not doing as well as you would like to, just contact me and ask for some extra credit. and I will give you an assignment, which is typically an article review that that will contribute to your understanding of intergovernmental relations. In order to perform competently on any online course, you'll need access to a good computer and decent internet plan. A lot of stuff you can do in the computer labs around campus. Just remember that there are high volume times on campus where connectivity can create problems. So if you plan to take a quiz or examination, be prepared. If you are kicked out, don't panic. Just email me and I'll reopen the assignment. My grading policies are straightforward. If you consistently demonstrate to me that you care about your grades and your effort matches your concern, then you will generally do well in my class. If you demonstrate to me that you do care about your grade, but your performance indicates that your energy and/or application do not match your caring for your grades, then we'll work that out, and I'll be pointing out your need for improvement. If you consistently demonstrate you don't care, then it's hard for me to care. This being a 1,000-point class, grades break down at 100-point intervals. An A means you earned at least 900 points, a B 800 points, and so on. As I've said, there's extra credit available if you're on the cusp of a higher grade and you really want to hit it. A note on teaching philosophy. I'm a firm believer in the Socratic method, which involves asking questions and trying to guide students to a deeper understanding than simply lecturing off the material. My primary aim is to put each student in a position, to excel. If there is something that you're not very good at, like writing, I'll try to help you. But in order to do that, you have to hold up your end and put in effort. How much does that translate into an online class? I will provide you with an overview and a form video. The overviews tell you what you should be working on that week, which chapter we're reading, and what assignments are due. The form videos try to both guide you to a better understanding of the weekly reading and provide you with questions to act as conversation starters for the form discussion. In addition, I'll tell you, you will get out of the forms what you put into them. I have often seen upper division students, courses where students underperform because some of you get the idea that you're too cool for school, and you try to figure out the best approach to allow you to get the best grade for the minimum amount of effort. I have a lot of rules governing the forms, and I enforce those rules. So I warn you ahead of time. You're better off just working hard and doing the best you can. There's an academic dishonesty section in the syllables, in the syllable on the taskbar. Put simply, just don't cheat. If you have any questions about the course requirements, you can read the full syllabus. Again, it's on the taskbar. Or you can simply email me if there's anything that confuses you, or if there appears to be any conflict between the directions you see on the course website or what the syllabus states. Please take the time to read the syllabus carefully. Everything you need to do well in the course you can find there. I look forward to interacting with each of you over the course of the semester, and I hope you find this course both enjoyable and useful.